Hi everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. We're sponsored by Vanarama this summer, Driving Fan TV. Vanarama Champions League giveaway, they're doing a prize. Win the ultimate big night with Vanarama, delivered to your front door. Follow Vanarama and like their pinned tweet to enter. Must be over 18. So we're here to talk about, Rafa Benitez. First of all, we're in the south of France. As you can tell there, it's absolutely gorgeous here on the quayside. But there is speculation about Rafa going to West Ham, and I'll be honest with you, I've seen it used before that. I'm getting kind of sick of this media speculation. Kyle, I'll come to you. What's your thoughts on Rafa continuously being linked to West Ham?
With the contract talks, it's going to be expected, really. If it wasn't West Ham, it'd be someone else at the end of the day. Until the contract's signed with Rafa Benitez, it's going to continue to keep going, whether it's West Ham or someone else, because there's plenty of jobs open at the moment. I
mean, he nearly went to West Ham, didn't he, before he went to Real Madrid, 2 or 3 years back. Of course, he got sacked from Real Madrid, came to us. You can see why the link there, and it's clear that the owners, Gold and Sullivan, like him.
Of course, well, according to Gold, he was only 20 minutes away from signing for them, wasn't he? And he went to Real Madrid. He's the club he supports. So Rafa has said in the past he owed West Ham, and that's the main sticking point for the rumours, I think. But I think he's loyal to Newcastle, and I think. Do
you think that'll happen?
I don't think he'll go to West Ham. No, the link with Pellegrini, so I think he'll go there.
See, I didn't get why Rafa would go to West Ham, Mark, because for me, he's not going forward, he's going sideways. Why would you go from Mike Ashley to David Gold or David Sullivan? Who's the worst owner there?
I'm asking the audience.
Are you guys in the comments box?
I think it's 6 and 2 3s. I think there is a difference, so I think Gold and Sullivan do back the managers to an extent and do give them money.
Well, more than us.
Well, it's not hard, anyone can give more than us. I also think there is a little bit into it, whether or not it's Rafa directly or his agents or advisors pushing something. I think it's all just to try and leverage against the contract talks at Newcastle, whether or not it's to try and speed them up a bit, give them a bit of a fright there. I think there was something in it, but whether or not it was serious enough that he was going to go, I don't know.
Do you think it's Rafa being, part of it is him playing a very political, because we know he is very political, let's be honest. He wants his own way, and you might be using it, as you say, as leverage for a contract and renegotiation with the two, but he's quite political. He'll play it off, and he doesn't come out and say I am just focused on Newcastle. But he has recently, to be credited, when he was interviewed by the Spanish and Italian media, he said that he's only talking to Newcastle. Is that a mind game, or do you believe that?
No, I believe he's the only person speaking to Newcastle, the only person speaking to him, but whether or not he's got his intermediaries speaking to other clubs, I honestly don't know. I do think he is really fed up. I think he is
they're going on with the board and that.
Yeah, I think he is getting close to seeing. Yeah, I think it is close. I think he's thinking, look, I've got this team 10th, I'm not going to do it next year. I am going to need the money to invest. I want to make sure that there's a project here that's going to be. He doesn't want to be mid-table fighting relegation of all the time there. He wants to be building something, and he wants the club to have that same ambition. If the club doesn't, it might not be West Ham, but it might be another club that he'll go to.
Are you worried about, we know that there's money there from Newcastle. I mean, there's a report we put out on the Facebook page and Twitter that there's 127 million, what it was? 125 million that we've now got sitting there banked from the TV money and finances because of where we're finishing the league. Do you think if Rafa doesn't get a big chunk of that, he's off, or do you think he'll still stay for that extra year?
I think regardless, I think he'll stay for the extra year, to stay as he's loyal with the fans. But after his contract's gone, if things aren't put in place, he will walk after that, I do think.
So do you feel as well that, whatever happens this summer, he'll still stay regardless at the club?
I think he'll see out his contract. I think what's also hard, and it's probably hard for the club as well there, is you'll get this posted on about, we've got 125 million. It doesn't come in a lump sum. It's given in instalments, as with the majority of the player sales that we've made there, it's all coming in instalments. So just because we may have banked 30 million for Sissoko or 25 for Wijnaldum, doesn't mean that we've got that money to spend. Yeah. And whether or not it's something that Rafa is frustrated about, because he thinks, well, we are going to get it in but we can't do it, and the club doesn't want to go into debt and buy players without having the money in the bank. So I think it's hard, but I do think we need to back him a little bit more.
See, I can't see him going to West Ham whatever happens, because like I said, it's sideways for me. You look at things that's been going on at West Ham, their fans are just as passionate as us. I mean, they've got fans running on the pitch. You've got about, what, a few thousand of them turning on the owners at the ground as well. I couldn't say us doing that, mind, if things were going against were massively. I could see the odd one or two idiots, but rightly so. If you call them an idiot, they've got every right to go on publicly and slate. You know, they pay the season ticket, so I can't see that happening. Who do you think West Ham will actually go for then?
Pellegrini, definitely Pellegrini. The West Ham have said they want to manage over Premier League experience in managing the top leagues, and as we said off camera, my market puts it down to two, Pellegrini and Benitez, but I think it'll be Pellegrini myself.
Would you go along with that, Mark?
I think it's going to be Pellegrini. I think there's probably going to be an announcement very, very soon about it.
Yeah, he's already come out and said, well, what we've got to worry about? Nout, how we're going to not worry about all the speculation.
Not
so let
West
us know.
Ham's concerned anyway.
Not West Ham concerned, maybe Arsenal, but I don't think that'll happen. But let us know in the comments box down there below. There's loads of videos actually from the quayside. This is just the one of many. We've got podcasts, etc. coming on as well the next few days in the week. Let us know in the thoughts down there below. Is Rafa Benitez going to go to West Ham? We can't see it. See you later. Bye bye.